All right, guys, what is going on? My name is Pipe Bomb City, and welcome to my WWE Raw review for May 30th, 2016. Before this video begins, be sure to check out my Instagram at instagram.com/PipeBombCity, and be sure to subscribe, like, and comment on this video. This Raw, I'm just going to say it right now, I was not a fan of it at all. Everyone was saying, oh, I loved Raw tonight. I thought it was pretty good. I don't really understand how. In my opinion, this was just not a good episode of Raw. I really wasn't a fan of it, but I'm coming here to make this review just to say how shitty it was and defend my point, okay? But again, also I must say, if anybody has the WWE Network, you got to watch that Seth Rollins WWE 24 special thing, whatever that was. It's fucking amazing. You should watch it, and if you have the network, go do it right now. But getting into this, this was Memorial Day, and we had a lot planned coming into this. We had the WWE was on Twitter, and they were saying hashtag Hatch, and they were showing all these pictures and shit. And what was actually happening in all those tweets, they were showing pictures of like caves and shit. And they said that they were going to show it tonight, and it ended up being the WWE 2K17 pre-order trailer with Goldberg, which came out of nowhere. A lot of people aren't happy with it. But, I don't really play any of that. I don't play WWE video games. That's just not my thing, But everyone's pretty much unhappy with it, and I could see why, but it's kind of unique. I think last year they had, like, Sting, and everyone's saying, this is the official cover. This is not the official cover. This is not, this is not official. This is just for the pre-order, okay? Probably around Battleground time, around that pay-per-view. That's probably when they'll release the cover and all that shit, But right now, I just want to mention that. Also, of course, we had the opening ceremony at the beginning of the show to show the respect to Memorial Day. And also, we've had for a few weeks now, John Cena returning tonight. Okay, that's been announced already. It was official. So everybody already knew coming into it. But other than those three things, those were kind of like the grab-ons to the show. So I decided to watch it tonight. I've been watching a lot of Raws lately, and I have not been happy with them. Probably just because how good they were in April, like those were so good. And now here we are, we're one day away from June. And I really haven't been happy with May, for just WWE in general. Payback and Extreme Rules. I like Extreme Rules more, but okay. Gonna talk about the Raw tonight, okay? So we kick off the night with, of course, the opening ceremony, as I said. And then Stephanie comes out with Shane. And then they're pretty much talking about the brand split. Also, I got to say real quick, because this segment defined the night and it set the tone. The crowd was just dead. I think the booking tonight, it wasn't even that bad. And the match quality, it wasn't that bad. It was pretty good. But it's just the crowd, for me, it was just so dead and silent. And I didn't watch Raw. Oh, wait, yes, I did last week. Okay, never mind. But again, I've been noticing that the crowds have just been toned down a bit. And I don't like that. At Extreme Rules, the crowd was on fire. But looking at tonight, it was toned down a lot. I think the only time the crowd really got excited was during the AJ Styles and John Cena segment. That's kind of it. And then the Enzo and Cass pop. And other than that, that's kind of it. The crowd was pretty much dead, But getting into this, again, Shane and Steph come out and they're saying all about the brand split. And then the New Day comes out of fucking nowhere. And they're talking pretty much about it. And they're trying to get the crowd going. But it's just not working. The New Day's entertaining as hell, But the crowd was just dead. Silent. Like, all you could hear. There was nobody talking. It was like a fucking, oh my God, I don't even know. High school assembly. Everyone's just listening. No one's talking. No one's doing anything. It was just, maybe this is just a personal issue with me. I don't fucking know. But pretty much they're talking about, oh, maybe the New Day is going to get split up and the brand split. And that might be hinting to something. I don't know. But that could be an interesting thing. But again, that's in the future. I don't want to talk about that. But so pretty much that's kind of all that happened. They just talked about the brand split. And then the Vaudevillains come out. And then the New Day versus Vaudevillains happens. At the end of the match, Gallows and Anderson come out, and I'm like, yes, fucking finally. These guys are finally getting involved with the tag team titles. The New Day, I think they might have broken the record for longest tag team reign with multiple reigns combined. I think they might have broken the record, or they got pretty close to it. So I think that their time is done. they're already starting to settle down. If they are doing the brand split thing, that'd be really cool to see, these guys split up and do their own thing as long as they're not the champs. If they're the champs, it would be an interesting thing to see how that works, but it's just weird. Like Biggie and Kofi go to Raw and Xavier goes to SmackDown. That'd be interesting to see, but I don't want to see it, Or maybe I do. I gotta wait. All right. That's 2 months from now. But looking at this, Gallows and Anderson coming after the titles, I would like it a lot. I think it's about time. They're finally, I said it a few weeks ago, that in order to legitimize themselves into this company, I just feel like they gotta fucking win the titles, because I feel like, and this is just me, I just feel like they're not a part of the company yet. And I don't know why. It just feels like they're there just to be there, and then they're just gonna go away. That's just how I feel. Of course, that's not true in any way, shape, or form, but that's just, I don't understand, So getting into this now, they pretty much attacked the New Day, and that was it, So hopefully at Money in the Bank, we can see the club against the New Day. I'd really like to see that. I think that's what we're getting. The Vaudevillains are done now. They backed off, and then this is the rivalry we're getting right now, and it's good, You get the two best tag teams other than Enzo and Cass, the two best tag teams going into this. And I think they'd be really good for SummerSlam. The big heels of the company and the biggest faces of the company tag team wise, Gallows and Anderson versus Enzo and Cass. That'd be amazing. Hope they don't do any of that, fatal four-way shit. I don't want to see that. But getting into what happened next, let's not go in a specific order here. Let's just go with Dolph Ziggler. I gotta talk about this. This was the dumbest thing I've ever fucking seen. First of all, this man has headgear on. I didn't know we were back in like 2004 because he has headgear on, looks like a fucking idiot. I did not watch this whole segment, but I heard pretty much just kicked him in the dick, and then that was it. He just walks away and fist in the air, kicks Baron Corbin. And I don't understand. I don't know if this is a heel turn or something. I didn't watch it. I didn't really care. So that's sad. I'm too busy focused on this man's headgear. Moving on, though, Enzo and Cass pretty much came out, got one of the very few pops, pretty loud, too, and then they're pretty much talking. Enzo asked for pizza. Oh, my fucking God. I was watching the whole effing show last night, the Raw 4th hour, and oh, my God, he just played it so many times. It was funny as hell, But then they come out, they have a match with the Dudleys. I don't think they'll be facing each other at Money in the Bank. Again, I don't know. If Enzo didn't get injured at Payback, I think this rivalry would have been done. But again, he did. And I think it would have ended at Extreme Rules, but it didn't. And now here they are. I think they might be going into Money in the Bank with this rivalry, which honestly, I don't really want to see it anymore. They've been dealing with those guys since their debut. And here we are. We're like 2 months into their careers. And it's getting old, And I mean, that's, again, just me, but I'm just not a fan of it, Moving on next, let's talk about the Seth Rollins segment. Now, the Seth Rollins Roman Reigns segment, this is what really made me hate Raw, because I feel like the good moments of the night, when Titus came out, the main event was pretty good, and AJ Styles heel turn on Cena, But other than that, those 3 out of like 10 moments, that wasn't that good, It just, everything else was just mediocre. I didn't like. So this really capped it off because Roman Reigns comes out, huge boos. That was probably the loudest thing of the night. A huge amount of boos. All right. I don't think JBL said the thing like, oh, the fans are passionate about Reigns. Like, fuck off, And every time, I swear to God, this man just makes me cringe. And I swear to God, because I don't like him, he can't talk. And that's my biggest issue with him. He's all right in the ring, and I'm not going to lie to anyone and say he sucks at everything because he doesn't. He's got the look, which bothers the hell out of me for obvious reasons. And then he's all right in the ring, but it's just on the mic. He acts like he's smug, and he doesn't want it. He deserves it. With Daniel Bryan, he deserved it, but he still wanted it. And now Reigns is here. Oh, he's smug. He was the chosen face of the company, and he's just, oh my God, it just bothers me. I hate this fucker, man. I really don't think anyone on the roster right now, there are heels and shit like that, but there's no one I really hate. other than this fucking guy. I can't stand him. Him and Darren Young. These fuckers, I can't stand. So, getting into this now, oh, and Sin Cara. All right, gotta hit him. And Summer Rae. And all right. Okay. So Seth Rollins comes out during the Reigns cringeworthy promo, and it's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Comes out, about to talk, nope, and then he's coming towards the ring, walks away, comes towards the ring, walks away, and then he comes towards the ring again, talks away, and then he just leaves. And that was just the dumbest thing I've ever seen. No words were said, no nothing, and this rivalry has the potential to be really fucking good, and we're getting really close to Money in the Bank. And I'm not really worried about it overall in the long term with this rivalry, because look at this. This is like Austin and The Rock. If you really look at this new era, if that's what they're going to call it, maybe AJ Styles, but maybe, but looking at big names that people are going to remember for this generation we have right now, it's going to be Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, and it might sound harsh, you say, oh, what about John Cena? Well, I mean, John Cena, his time is coming up. He said it himself tonight, all right? The man is almost 40 years old. He's said he's going to wrestle for as long as he wants, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with Cena, but this is what I'm talking about. A lot of new names are coming in, and again, other than Styles, which they might do a lot of stuff with Styles now, a lot of potential is open up with him turning heel, but look at it. From 5 years from now, the people are probably going to remember Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns more likely than Rusev or the New Day, and there's nothing wrong with any of those guys, but looking at long term, and this rivalry has potential to be so good. And I think that shit is going to go down, because why are they doing this at Money in the Bank? This is literally WrestleMania 33 quality, and I'm not complaining about it because I think they have really good long-term plans. There's Battleground after Money in the Bank, and then we get to SummerSlam, okay? So since I'm talking about long-term plans, here's something I've been thinking about, okay? Let's just talk about the main event real quick. It was really fucking good. I loved it. Babyface team won, which is fine. And I really, really, really want Kevin Owens to win the briefcase. But in the past, a lot in the past, I think most of the Money in the Bank winners have been shocks. Like, oh, I didn't expect him to win. Most of them have been. Of course, you got guys like Rollins where you kind of see it coming. But then, there's been so many times in the past where it's like, shit, I didn't think he would win. CM Punk, The Miz, Del Rio, Sheamus, all these fucking guys. And Sandown, tons of people who were like, oh, shit, I didn't think he would win, but he did. And looking at this, I really want Kevin Owens to win. A lot of people do, and I feel like that would be the perfect way to go. But I feel like WWE would just try and mix it up. They're like, all right, well, they want this, so let's give them this, And I feel like Zayn, I don't think has got it. Of course, I love Zayn. I'm saying he doesn't have the win. I'm saying, like, I don't think Zayn is going to win. Okay, I fucking love Zayn. But again, I don't think Cesaro will win it either. I'm pretty much happy, other than Del Rio, I'm pretty much happy with whoever does it. I'm happy with if Jericho wins, if Owens wins, Zayn wins, Cesaro, or Ambrose. I'm fine with all those 5 guys. Other than Del Rio, though, I'm pretty much fine with whoever wins that. But leading into it, it's going to be Owens or Ambrose, I'm not going to guarantee it because they could pull a fucking twist, maybe Cesaro, But I don't know. Also, real quick, are they going to have a 7th man? Because I don't know what they're doing right now, because they said that they're going to have a 7th spot, and then they just got rid of it. And I don't even think they talked about it tonight. So I'm fine with 6, but I was really expecting, 7, like maybe Bray Wyatt or Randy Orton can make like a surprise appearance and come in the match, I don't think Miz is defending the title, so maybe he could be included in the match, just randomly, even though he lost the qualifying and blah, 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 So looking at this, I don't know what's going on with that, but again, getting into the long-term stuff, like I was talking about. So if Kevin Owens doesn't win, which he might not, I want him to win really bad. I would love to see him as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. That'd be a dream come true, But if Dean wins, okay, which is a good possibility, if Dean wins, I'm fine with it. But here's what I think would happen, okay? Roman Reigns beat Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank. And everyone's going to freak out about that. But if Roman beats Seth, which he probably will, which is a shame because it's his first pay-per-view match back and blah, 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 you know. But looking at this, Rollins lost, okay, but Dean wins Money in the Bank. He wins the briefcase. Say, in that match, Dean turns heel and cashes in on Roman Reigns. Dean is the new WWE World Champ. Next night on Raw, Roman Reigns next night on Raw, Roman Reigns could come and challenge Dean at Battleground, and then we could have Ambrose versus Reigns at Battleground, and Roman wins. All right, Roman wins, takes the title off Ambrose. All right, I get it, it's a 1 month run, but looking at the long term sit here, Seth Rollins comes out. He fucking say he disappears for a month after his loss of Money in the Bank, and I get it. We need Rollins because we haven't seen him in a while, but just come with me here. All right, just go along with it. And then Rollins comes out and he says, "Motherfucker, I never lost that." All right, so I'm doing, or say he wants his rematch, you know. And then at SummerSlam, we could have Rollins, Ambrose, Reigns. Okay, now that was just fucking mess what I just said, but you get the general idea. All right, so that's that. And getting into the final two things I want to talk about here, Titus O'Neil comes out, and I have been a huge anti-fan. I fucking hated Titus O'Neil before tonight, you know. I just couldn't stand the guy. I was like, shit, well, you're not going to do anything with him, and that's fine. I don't give a fuck, you know. So after tonight, though, you know, even last week when he comes out, I was like, well, shit, why is he even coming out here, you know? But Titus O'Neil comes out. Okay, and the punch, I don't care if he didn't say any words, you know. I don't care if he said a lot of words, but didn't do this punch, because this was the most brutal fucking thing, the most brutal thing I've seen, you know. And I might be over-exaggerating, but I fucking was in love with this punch. It was like a fucking Conor McGregor shot to the face, you know. It was brutal, man. And I might be over-exaggerating, but I fucking love this. Oh, my God. And then, so, Rusev versus Titus O'Neil. Team Titus. I'm on Team Titus O'Neil right now. I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm out of that fucking zone. I don't give no fucks. Titus O'Neil wins the title, you know. And again, a lot of people say, oh, it's a disgrace to the title. Probably, you know. But then you have to remember that we had Kalisto as champ. So, calm down, all right? Now, the final thing I wanted to talk about is the AJ Styles heel turn. I've been looking forward to talking about this for a long time. Probably about 20 minutes. I think that's how long the video's been. But getting into this, all right? I really wanted to talk about this because this was like, everyone was talking about it. Bringing up the whole effing show again. Fucking love those guys. I was watching Raw's 4th hour last night, and every single caller, pretty much every single one, 9 out of 10 callers, we're talking about Styles and Cena. You know, once in a while you get something else like Titus O'Neil and Enzo, but the main thing everyone was talking about, this was like the main thing from last night. AJ Styles turns heel against John Cena. John Cena comes out. Hell, I thought he was going to turn fucking heel. I thought he was, because he comes out there, he's serious as fuck. Then I realized it's about Memorial Day. That's fine. Paid his little tribute, which is fine. And then Styles comes out, you know, after Cena was turning the United States promo into, this is it, you know, this is the new era, and I'm here to kick ass, and any new talent who wants to make it to the top has to go through me, and then he drops the microphone, okay? Styles comes out, and then they shake hands. The crowd legitimately for a few minutes is going, AJ Styles, let's go Cena. That was pretty much one of the few moments where they were actually loud too. This was fucking amazing. I love this, you know. As I call it, the face of the Indies versus the face of the WWE. You know, that's how I look at it. And this is just a dream right here. This rivalry. John Cena babyface versus AJ Styles heel. Okay, this is the Indies versus the WWE. And everyone's saying, oh, Styles isn't going to beat Cena. I find it funny how exactly from last year, Kevin Owens comes in, you know, this new guy, and beats Cena in the first match and loses the next two, which is fine, you know, because it literally made a name for himself. He won the Intercontinental title twice. Was in the opening match of WrestleMania. And now here he is, and he might win Money in the Bank. So his rivalry with John Cena, as much as people say it buried him, that's one of the few cases where even though he lost to Cena, it elevated him to a new level, which was amazing. You know, guys like Bray Wyatt, it kind of brought him down. Guys like Rusev, it brought him down. You know, but looking at this, and looking at Owens, you know, it skyrocketed him, and I think WWE has learned to do that again. So I think that Styles is going to win the first match at Money in the Bank. You know, if they're going to have a trio, which probably not, I think they're just going to have a 2-match thing, you know, because I don't think, as much as AJ is a big name, you know, even now in the WWE, I don't think he's the SummerSlam opponent that people are looking for. I don't think at SummerSlam, Vince is going to go, all right, the third match between Styles and Cena. I don't think that's what people want. That's what they did with Styles and Jericho. That was their third match, and it was at WrestleMania. But this is John Cena, all right? And no disrespect to Jericho. Fucking love that guy. But looking at this, you know, it's just – it all depends on how many times he wins. I doubt Styles will win twice, but I think he can win clean on one of the matches. I would love for him to win clean. It would legitimize him as a heel if he won with Gallows and Anderson, but then everyone would complain, you know, oh, that's a cheap win, and he didn't really beat John Cena. Owens was a fucking heel, you know, and he made it clear, and he beat John Cena in his debut, you know. But looking at this, I think that's what they could do here. Cena could win a Battleground or something, and maybe his SummerSlam opponent could interfere in that, and then Styles can win a Money in the Bank, whichever one, you know. So I don't know. But pretty much that's all I got to say for Raw. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Be sure to check out my Instagram at instagram.com/PipeBombCity. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment on this video. This has been Pipe Bomb City. Hopefully you guys enjoyed Raw. Tell me what you think. And I will see you all next time.